Hello and good evening, everyone, and welcome to a brand new race series brought to you by the Virtual Motorsport Mentor and Digital Marketing Tribe. Just a bit of old-fashioned classic racing with random draw grids and competition cautions. This is the Club Day Masters. My name's Isaac Edwards. Joining me in the commentary booth is Josh Carroll Walden. Josh, good evening and welcome to a brand new race series. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for the welcome, Isaac. Yeah, hello everyone. Hope you're all good to go for some really good GD4 racing around Scuba tonight. Should be a very good night of racing. Yeah, we've got two 20-minute races back to back. So yeah, random grids. Scuba's a notoriously narrow and tight circuit. So yeah, it should be some very close racing tonight.
Yes, certainly, and well, relatively quick times as well. As the currently the fastest driver is Ivan Vantagio, did a 58.3. But for this series, fastest times don't usually matter around here, as whoever will get the draw will get pole. And we're just looking down the grid here. We've got a bit of real racing royalty as well. Currently hasn't set both drivers haven't really set a time yet. George Gutierrez and Hayden Jackson, they're both well known. If you heard them, you've probably heard them from the Toyota 86 series. They're really decent steerers.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, and definitely the skills that they will learn from the Toyota 6 Series, will translate pretty well into the Porsche GT4. So expect both Hayden and George to be very quick tonight. But as we've said, they haven't set lap times yet, so don't really fully know. So they might just be waiting for some guys to get some confidence up and maybe play some mind games there. But yeah, as you say, lap times, aren't really going to matter. 20-minute race around here, so you expect just over 20 laps to be completed, so about 22, 23 in each race. So yeah, it's not going to really be about car speed. It's going to be more about how you make your way through the field in both races. So, yeah, you can actually say that overtaking is actually a little bit more important than one lap speed tonight. And yeah, honestly, the driver that's got really going to shine tonight is going to be the driver that really executes those overtaking maneuvers very well and managed to just make mincemeat of the other drivers on track.
Yes, certainly. Did a bit of practicing with these guys, and these Porsche GT4s, they are a bit of a handful at a couple of corners. So just be very mindful of what corners they are. Mainly those hairpin corners of the Scuba layout. This is the 2000 full layout, so it's probably one of the shortest layouts. Of probably one of the biggest. It's the shortest layout point on iRacing, but these cars are known to be pretty quick, as Ivan has just posted the first 57 of the practice session at 57.89 with just over 18 minutes to go. People jumping in now, and yeah, a lot of people have been stuck within the 58, 59 zones. If they can pretty much put the foot down and get a decent lap in, a sub 1 minute time is actually pretty possible.
Absolutely. But one of the issues I'm seeing right now on track is just the amount of cars that are out there now. So,
Hmm.
with the new tire model that iRacing has introduced recently, the tires are very cold and don't produce a lot of grip on the outlaps. So, you've got quite a few guys coming out of the pits, on the outlaps, and a few other guys, doing proper hot laps. So, you know, they're already, uh, there's already the issue of traffic on track now. So yeah, I don't really know if we can take too much, away from this first practice session. For this series, like we can get a bit of a guide, but like realistically, with all these cars out there, it's only It's only a 2 kilometer track, and it only takes just under 58 seconds for the fast guys to complete. So yeah, you're almost having to weave your way through multiple cars just to complete a lap around here at the moment.
Yeah, this is almost similar to Australia, what we have with Simmons Plains Raceway. It's a around a 2 kilometer track. It is relatively fast, but it's also relatively tight. So overtaking in Simmons Plains is almost similar to what it is at the Scuba Circuit. And the Scuba Circuit is well known for time attack events too.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Scuba isn't really well known for those, big events that other tracks in Japan, have like, Suzuka, Fuji, Okayama. Scuba is, as you say, it's more of a uh, time attack, circuit. But there is still some, good overtaking opportunities, as you said. You've got the turn 1-2 hairpin, just at the end of pit straight. Then you've got the turn 5-6 hairpin, and then you also have the hairpin towards the end of the second sector at turns 10-11, right before that big long straight that takes you all the way to turn 12 and back to the start finish line. So yeah, there's still definitely places to overtake around here, and if there is a driver that's brave enough, possibly an overtake into the final corner at turn 12. So yeah, like it's definitely not going to be a procession tonight at all. So yeah, we'll definitely see quite a bit of overtaking tonight.
Yeah, certainly. And these Porsche GT4s, relatively they're relatively new to the iRacing service. They only came out, I believe, just the last build to be part of the Michelin Pilot Challenge. So hoping later on in the year we could probably see another GT4 car that can join us Club Day Masters. I know that we've had the BMW M4 being scanned, but at the moment we've got 19 cars on track at the moment, and the top three only separated by almost yeah, less than 3 tenths of a second. It's being corrected by our man behind the cameras, Mr. JP Courier.
Yeah, yeah,
Relative,
and you almost kind of expect that at a track, as tight and as short as Scuba. And especially through the midfield, we've got quite a few guys in the 58 fours, so like it really does go to show that if you really want to stand out tonight, because also as well something we haven't mentioned, all the drivers tonight are running fixed setup, so all the guys out there they're running the exact same car setup. So the only differential tonight is the drivers themselves. So they need to figure out where exactly the perfect brake marker is, the turning points, how much they can track out, where they can put the throttle on. They need to figure all that out in this 30-minute practice session. So, as we've kind of been saying, quite a bit through this practice session so far, it's not about um, getting, that one lap run. It's about figuring out, how the car and the setup interacts with the track and interacts with the weather conditions. It's currently fairly overcast right now, 26 degrees ambient, with the track at about 31 degrees. So it's a fairly nice temperature tonight. Fairly comfortable for both drivers and cars. So yeah, right now, the main thing that these drivers need to do is just figure out, how the car, the circuit gels with their own driving styles.
yeah, yes, certainly will. Just looking back on the live timing at the moment, and positions 7 and 8 are separated by only 1/100th of a second. That's between Luke Bergens and Dean Michal Michalik. What's the see where your Toyota A6 drivers are? George Gutierrez in position. Oh, and we just got reports of a huge crash down, looked like down the back straightaway somewhere. Looks like it was Aaron Oliver. Aaron Oliver was involved in that one. We're just going to get a bit of a replay on to see what on earth happened.
Yeah, it was at the final corner. It looks like he just got loose. It
Yeah.
looks like the back of the car just got a bit of oversteer, and
Oh,
whoever's in the purple car, just collected him because he had nowhere to go at all. Good
that was.
avoidance from Jeffrey Wayne there to just stay, right on close. He only just got through there, but
Oh,
unfortunately, Michael Yip just had nowhere to go as Aaron Oliver, just was sitting right at the apex of the final corner. So yeah, we might see that a little bit tonight.
yeah,
Actually,
certainly.
so yeah, the drivers just need to watch those brake applications. So maybe it was a case of Aaron Oliver coming off the brake pedal too sharply and just causing a little bit of unbalance in the car. And, the car is just not like that at all.
Looks like has come to a stop at the end. The hairpin. Nope, no, he's back into the pits. So it looks like he's finished his lap for now. But yeah, that's one of the things that I also picked up when I did the practice session with these guys. It's that you don't, you have to be very you because if you're not too careful, if you're too or too careless, you can get these cars into a spin. And there are a couple of places where it is possible, and unfortunately, the last corner is indeed one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things on the iRacing service especially is these Japanese tracks, they don't really have that much grip compared to the tracks where we race around in the Americas and in Europe and back home here in Australia. So that's
Oh,
just a common trait with these Japanese tracks. And I think, yeah, there's still more incidents out there. So included by the league guy, even Vantiago, who's 57,666 to be on the top of the timesheets, and there's more cars going off.
oh, more
So
cars involved. That's
yeah,
Cesar Medina, who's just been
yeah.
involved there. Oh, Nicholas Scaife.
So yeah, clearly, quite a few of the drivers right now, they're just not really that comfortable at the moment, and there's only about 9 minutes to go in practice until our first race of tonight. So that really doesn't bode well for quite a few of the other guys
Hmm.
out there because if they're not that comfortable with only about 9 minutes to go in practice, it could potentially cause quite a few issues in the race.
Yeah, certainly. It might cause a flow-on effect to. Oh, another car involved. That Aaron Oliver again. He's not having a really good practice session. He's going to keep on getting loose. Oh, another one around. That's Jody Deckert at the second to last corner. It's just gone a little bit wide. It's coming to us. Just coming to us. Nice. He's back up and running again.
Looks like Matthew Cartelone has got a bit of damage as well. So yeah, just if these drivers they want to have two good races tonight, they really need to just get really comfortable with the circuit. There are competition cautions in the races tonight, and there is two races,
Whoa!
so we
Sorry to
see
cut.
more drama on the front straightaway.
That was
Um,
Jeffrey Wang that
yeah,
just.
Jeffrey Wayne again. So
Also, another thing to add, we haven't talked about this. Well, we did talk about the new time have the new damage model. It's one of the first models to. Oh, that's Marlon Frazier getting involved with Anthony D. Morrill at the hairpin. Oh, it looks like Ivan going wide there. Manages to keep it out of the managed to not involve none of the other cars. But yeah, these cars have the new damage model, and one of the first new cars to come with the damage model. So you'll be seeing a lot of flying debris around the track and around the car. So it's really good for in terms of realism. But having a tire loose when you're driving it is a real pain in the backside, knowing that you've pretty much got three wheels on your wagon.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is the instance. There can be instances tonight where we see drivers unaware that they're actually on three wheels. It's a very real possibility that they could just be completely unaware of it because one of the things, when a tire does come loose from, one of these GD4s, it doesn't actually really tell you, almost have to feel through your steering wheel, to actually know that you've got a wheel missing on your wagon. So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
another thing as well to look out for tonight. So, yeah, these two races tonight could be very, very interesting.
Yeah, will be interesting indeed. Just having a look at Matthew Cartinelli. Sorry if I butchered that. He is running around with no rear wing. So he must know that the rear wing has disappeared, but he's driving around like he doesn't even know that the rear wing is gone.
Yeah, yeah. Like, he doesn't have a lot of damage to his car. He's got a little bit of panel damage on his rear bumper and obviously the missing rear wing. But yeah, he doesn't look to be too out of shape at the moment. Um, you know the la- Oh, he's
Oh,
just a car spin in front of him. Oh,
Ben Edwards.
Matthew Cart Matthew's just
Matthew,
been in the wars there.
yeah,
Just through no fault of his own. So
Brady
you know,
Buchanan was also involved there, car number 16,
yeah.
and only got almost 5 minutes left, and it looks like getting a bit of a checkup at the moment, coming down the back straightaway.
Yeah. So yeah, at this point in time, fast lap still belongs to Ivan Vantiago in the number 9 with a 57.666 with Luke Bergens right behind him with a 57.7 as well as Matthew Catalone. Um, and we're still having quite more drivers joining in the session. And that's a real danger. When you're coming into one of these races, with only a handful of minutes of practice, it can potentially cause dramas for themselves and the other cars on the track. So that's
Yeah,
another danger to really keep in mind for tonight. So yeah, and traditionally at Scuba, when you get to about a 20 car grid, the track, you almost feel claustrophobic around this track because it's just so small and so tight. So yeah, we could
mm.
see three, maybe even four wide on the opening lap.
Yeah, I can expect that to happen within the opening few laps, as I believe Tim Rouse has joined the session. It hasn't fully confirmed on live timing. There we go. Live timing goes live as per the prompt. So we now have 21 cars in the field with 4.5 minutes left on the clock. And so far, they're all some of them are practicing in packs at the moment. Just looking at Sam Lehman, yeah, nope, Brady Buchanan in a looks like he's behind Khan. He's behind, yeah, he's behind Caesar Mendita, car number 20. And who's behind him? Oh, that's a
And there's
huge
another
crash.
big crash with
That's George
Jody
Guti.
Deckert, and I
Joey
wonder who
Decker.
else that was. Is he?
That looked like George Gutierrez in that familiar. Yeah, he's now parked at the hairpin.
Yeah,
So I wonder if he's trying to get his car going, but probably due to the damage that he has, he looks like he's more than unable to move the car anyway.
yeah.
So
Well, it looks like the entire boot section of his Porsche is completely missing, so he's going to have to come in and get some repairs. But there's only about 2.5 minutes left of this practice session, so I don't think he's going to be able to get another lap in.
he could if he decides to try and escape to the pits now, which looks like he's not going to. It looks like he's just staying put.
Yeah.
Maybe no, he's just escaped. So probably just took some time to compose himself. Oh, another one around. That's Caesar Mendita again, coming off the hairpin. Looks like he's just parked it off to a safe spot and escaped back to the pits. So that's probably something we're going to be seeing a lot of. Is a lot of people just self-spinning due to no fault of their own. As we see, yeah, a few more packed cars. We only got a minute and 40 seconds left. Oh, a few cars just checking up there, and oh, around goes Ivan. Hits the wall. But we're going to see
Yeah,
some really action-packed racing.
yeah. Honestly, at the moment, just at the close of this practice session, I'm just seeing, plenty, quite a number of cars, just spinning off the track all at once. So yeah, we're in for an action-packed night. So hope everyone at home is, all settled in, and yeah, I don't think these two races tonight are going to be uneventful, Isaac. I think we'll definitely see some pretty big moments. Probably not as controversial as the IndyCar race that happened at Indianapolis the other day, which we won't really go into much detail and fanfare about that. But yeah, it's definitely going to be action packed. But just coming to the end of the practice session now. Um, and yeah, there's plenty of cars out there, and the main talking point coming from tonight will be traffic and lots of it.
I cannot agree with you more there. Traffic is going to play a huge issue. If some of these cars are a lap down, they need to try and get out of the way as soon as possible. But due to the tightness of the track, it's almost near on impossible to try and pass without accidentally punting yourself or the other guy off accidentally, as with time has just run out on the practice session. So when we get ourselves ready to go, we'll get you guys the grid. The grid should be coming up now. Getting a bit of the old.
So the grid is up now. So Isaac, if you want to take us through the top 10 for us, thanks.
Sure thing. Andrew Hobby is on pole position, followed on by Lee Harrison. Ivan Fantego is in position number 3, followed him by Dean McCallick. In P5, we've got Anthony D. Morrill. P6 is Ben Edwards. P7 is Cesar Mendita. P8, Jeffrey Wang. P9, Matthew Carleone. And rounding out position number 10 is Brady Buchanan.
On row 6, we've got Aaron Oliver in 11th. Then in 12th, we've got George Gutierrez. 13th, we've got Nicholas Scaife with Jody Durkert in 14th alongside him. Row 8, we've got Sam Lehman in 15th with Tim Rouse in 16th. Michael Yip is starting this race from 17th with Luke Bergens in 18th. Then in the final 3 positions, we've got Hayden Jackson in 19th, Matthew Go in 20th, and it looks like we're underway.
We are indeed underway. No safety cars for this race as well, so down towards turn number 1, and it's at already full wide down the back there. Looks like nope.
Yep,
Matthew
we've got a
Carleone
car
around.
off. We got a car off. Let me see who that is.
That was
Right at the
Matthew Martione. He was starting in position number 9. Looks like that was a self spinner.
Yeah, he's got it away again, and he doesn't have any damage, so he can get right back into this battle.
Oh, more cars involved here. That's Hayden Jackson. George Gutierrez is in the wall. He's got damage. Oh, more cars involved. That's Ivan Vantega involved in that one.
Yeah, that's happened right in the middle of the field, so a lot of cars involved, and there's more cars spinning around.
He's got hit by Ivan.
We got Cesar Mendita, Hayden Jackson, we've got Ivan Vantego, his bonnet's flying up, so he's going to have to come into pit lane. There's more chaos at turn 11.
Lee Harrison involved. It's absolute bedlam.
Yeah.
In the first circuit. Oh, no one around. Matthew Goer is around.
So yeah, very eventful first lap. There's still cars off the track trying to get going.
Oh, Tim Rouse is facing perpendicular to the racetrack. That is absolutely treacherous. Who's out in front trying to back up? Ben Edwards has just reversed himself out at the final corner.
Trying to get it going again, but Yeah, what an opening lap. Like, we were predicting there was going to be a bit of chaos, but not that much. But yeah, in the lead right now, it's Andrew Hobby, who's gotten away very cleanly, really utilised his pole position start very well. Dean Malik is currently in second place, just behind him, less than a second in it. And Anthony Di Marino completing the top three then. There's a big gap back to Michael Yip in fourth place. Yeah, and
There's
Nicholas
a bit.
Schaefer
Oh,
spun
oh, Hayden
again.
Jackson in the wall. Hayden
Sam
Jackson.
Lehman, Hayden Jackson in the wall.
Oh,
There's so much action going on at the moment. Um,
we
as
were.
yeah,
I was
I
looking
feel
up.
like I don't know about you, Isaac, but I think Matthew Cartelloni's front right real. It doesn't look it doesn't look that healthy. It almost looks like the suspension's barely hanging on there on his right front.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a little bit more camber than used to in the setup. So I wonder if that decent hit has tweaked the setup just a little bit, so his cornering might be a bit compromised. There is
Yeah.
some visual body damage on the 81 machine, so we don't know how this one's
And
gonna.
there's more contact with Tim Rouse and Ben Edwards
Oh,
getting together.
uh,
They tried to go side by side through the first sector, and Ben Edwards has come off second best there.
yeah, that's a corner that you shouldn't really go two in one go. Ben's just gone into the grass, probably trying to clip the grass too. Just trying to get past the other driver, but unfortunately, it turns out not to be. And Andrew Hobby, his gap to the lead has just been dropped by up to 5 tenths. He's he's slowly getting harassed by Dean McCallick coming
Yeah,
down
Dean's
towards the.
definitely making up some ground as we're currently on lap 4, heading on to lap 5 of this 20-minute race. So about 5 minutes in, and you got to say that Dean Malik has got a little bit more pace than Andrew Hobby at the moment. So I wouldn't rule out a move in the next lap or two as we see another car
Oh, another
around
car around.
Cesar
That
Mendita at the final corner.
not again. Yeah,
So
that
this,
I told about I said about the flow-on effect of having issues with self spins during practice, and unfortunately, it has come to fruition. And looks like Dean is absolutely trying on Andrew here, but unfortunately, that pounce that he tried to do has lost him some time. Up to 6 tenths now. See how he will go in the next lap. See if he might make a move somewhere here.
Tim Rouse, sorry, has spun again, and there's more spin.
Oh, Hayden
Another car
Jackson.
spin. A lot of chaos at the final corner there.
Hayden
I think that
Jackson.
was that's it. Ivan Vantiago was caught
Oh,
up in
that's the
that.
leaders. That was the leaders that just zipped by as well. Yeah, it was Ivan who went off as well. He was blinking just a little bit.
Yeah.
Looks like
So
he's
yeah,
got
Hayden
his.
Jackson was involved in that again. It just feels like Hayden Jackson is everywhere tonight in this race so far as well. On to lap 6 now, and it's
Or
6 tenths between Andrew Hobby and Dean Malik.
position, pass for position done between Matthew Cardioni and Luke Bergens. Cardioni now in position number 4. Done a relatively clean pass coming into turn number 1. And
I don't feel like this battle
whoa,
is over yet.
who was Anthony DeMoro just went a little bit wide at turn 1 there. Looked like he was trying to go in for a bit of a dive with another battle pack, but it looks like it was
Yeah, well,
not.
he was actually 3 wide with 2 other cars on the front straight, and he's just lost it trying to go for a move into turn 1. Thankfully, he hasn't hit the outside wall, but yeah, he's just lost quite a bit of time there.
Oh,
Um,
Ben Edwards around. Look, Ben Edwards, has hit the tire barrier, and uh, it looks like he originally he spun around unassisted first time around, and looks like I think Hayden Jackson just by my
yeah,
assumptions.
yeah, Hayden Jackson,
Oh,
hit him there.
yeah, it looks like yeah, he's just hit him there to pretty much finish him off. So currently on lap number 7, looks like there was another pass.
Yeah, that
That was
was Jeffrey Wayne up on Sam Lehman. So Jeffrey Wayne has moved up in the ninth spot now, ahead of Sam Lehman, and it's only a few seconds up the road to George Gutierrez in eighth place. But yeah, a bit of a we better give a shout out to Michael Yip, who's currently in third place after starting in 17th. Somehow he's made his way through the chaos of the opening laps. And yeah, he's only 4.5 seconds off the lead here. So, currently Andrew Hobby is still holding off Dean Michalik, but Michael Yip, I wouldn't really rule him out of taking the race win here because he looks really comfortable
oh,
and is starting to really close down the lead two cars.
that was Sid the Manioni who just bumped off Matthew Cattioni. He he's it he's he's going off on the
Yeah, and there's another spin as well.
Bergen's around,
That's Luke
and
Bergens.
he's got, it looks like his tires off, wings off, and it looked like a tire was completely off camber. It looks it's just fixed itself. But yeah, a couple of people just blowing up on the intercoms. And oh, Jody Deckard, it has come on unglued. So still having a bit of action with almost 10 minutes to go. So, oh, Freddie Buchanan has hit, and they've collided against each other. Who's at the
Yep.
21? That's Tim
Yeah,
Rouse.
it's almost like their rear wings are interlocked because Bradley Buchanan reversed up, and no, Tim Rouse reversed up, and Bradley Buchanan
No,
went
no, they
forward.
won't
So,
clip. Oh, no,
yeah.
has hit the wall. Oh, he's almost. Michael, yep,
Oh,
it just
look at
had
all
to.
these cars on the front straight. Oh, very big moment there for Tim. Who was that? Jody Decker, just trying to weave his way through all the cars on the front straight there. Thankfully, he has gone through there, but
Oh boy.
yeah. Apologies to everyone at home if we missed something because there's just so much action going on. We're already halfway through this race. We passed the 10-minute mark, and yeah, it's really hard to keep up. So we'll see
Yeah.
another car go off. I think that might be uh, Ivan Vantiago again at the final corner at turn 12.
This
So
race has not been the race for Ivan, who's been who is the main proprietor of this series. He made this series as a bit of a laid back sort of series, just a bit of a return to grass racing roots,
as we
as
see
we shall.
Anthony Di Marino again spin it off turn 12. Looks like he just got on the power too early then. He's just spun and just lightly touched the pit wall on the front straight.
Oh, who was that? Almost had to jump on the anchors there. There's Brody Buchanan in position number 13, the last of the lead cars, but very soon he's going to get lapped because right behind him is Andrew Hobby, who has he's poured out a huge gap over Dean McCallick, just over 1.4 seconds as Hobby had done. Doesn't look like there is any huge battles out there outside of Malcolm Fraser and Geordie Decker. Looks like that's the only battle we can see
There
at the
seems to be a good battle pack, I think, going on for position 5 with Aaron Oliver trying to hold off Luke Bergens. And George Gutierrez only a couple of seconds behind them. So,
Hey, and Jackson, just let him go, let him by, let
yeah,
them deal with their own
do
battles.
the courteous thing.
He's been in the quite a lot.
Yeah.
So, we got a car. Looks like there was a car
And
blinking.
we've got more contact at the far corner with
Oh,
Nicholas
two got
Scaife
Nick Scaife
and
and
Ben
Ben.
Edwards.
Oh,
I think
Walt.
Nicholas Scaife just misjudged. Um,
Yeah,
just misjudged it really. Just
yeah.
misjudged the car in front braking for that final corner.
looks like the walls are magnets in this race. I hope the
Yeah.
second race will be just a little bit better, as it looks like it's all everyone's starting to space out now, so the chances of accidents might have been reduced a bit. But some of these cars are looking very second rate. Just having a look at Nicholas Gave, his front end's all beaten in. The only cars that really have a straight panel are those in the top five.
Yeah, and top three especially as we see Michael Yip, he's really closed down the gap to both Dean Malik and Andrew Hobby. He's only about a second behind Dean Malik right now. He's just reeling those two lead cars in, and his pace has been really impressive, and it'll be a very strong showing if he was to come from to win this race from 17th place in a 21 car field. But yeah, first he's got to get around Dean Malik and then focus on Andrew Hobby, who's done a really good job of leading all 13 laps of this race so far. Getting reports that he's got lapping a
Yeah,
second faster than the lead two cars. His last lap was a
yeah.
57.8 versus Dean Malik's 58.7 and Andrew Hobby's 58.5. So he's definitely got the pace right now.
He has definitely got the pace. Indeed, he's got the tires as well. So the tires must have come alive now, and it looks like
Boy,
he was gonna go for a dive there at turn one. Thinks otherwise. He's got another chance to get it at the hairpin. So let's see how he will go. He's approximately 2 car lengths back now, so he'll probably not worry passing it at this moment. But
I'd say he's lining up Dean for an overtake in turn one here. Looks like he's just holding back a little bit. He wants to get a good run off this hairpin now. Let's see if he gets it. He hits the apex pretty well, and oh, there's a lap car
oh,
there, so it's kind of
that,
interfere with
that's
his plans a little bit slightly. I wonder if that
that's
lap car will yield or go side by side. No, he's going to have to slot in behind, so the overtake's not going to come for another lap yet, which
yeah, that
would be a bit frustrating for Michael Yip, who obviously would be a bit frustrated right now because he's been making good progress, and now he's just come to a standstill. This deep under the
oh,
race
that's
again.
close again. He's he does have the braking tenacity to get the gap that he needs, but in perfect execution. But trying to get out of it, unfortunately, has not really seemed to go well for Michael. With lap
No,
traffic hopefully out of the way, there is that hopefully that likely chance of Michael doing that pass in the next few laps,
the
as
three
we've got.
leaders have got a decent gap in front of them to the next lead pack. So, oh, D Malik a very, bit sideways
Oh,
coming off turn 11 there. So
that's
you've got to
he's
have
gonna get compromised.
yeah, Michael Yip is definitely going to have a look into turn one here. Just needs to get through turn 12 cleanly. He's just
Oh,
dropped back a little bit.
yeah, looks like he's just trying to get up for a run into turn one. Does he think about it?
Oh, he's
Oh,
having a
he
look.
points the
Not
nose.
quite.
He points the nose, but not good enough. Might he might do it very, very soon. We just don't know when. He has the pace. He knows he's being held up. Dean and Michael, they're almost at bumper's length with
Yeah.
each other. It's a bit of swerving from Dean just to try and break the draft a little bit. And there we go. Dive here. Does he do it? No, he doesn't.
No, D Malik did go a little
Dean's
bit deep there,
vulnerable.
so Michael is
Dean's gonna
going
be
to have the run.
vulnerable. He can get the draft now. He'll pass him at the last corner. Look, here we go. Going for the pass. Does he go
He's
for the
having a
pass?
look.
No. He
No,
was having a look. No. Looks like
it's
he's
got to
trying to
be
wait.
turn one. It's got to be turn one. He's got to get off the
Oh,
final corner cleanly.
Michael was in the grass.
Yeah, he just got too
That
much
might
of that
hurt him.
inside curb.
Yeah,
Yeah, D
that.
Malik, a good job in defending turn one.
Oh, they're close again. Didn't look like they touched. I don't think they touched. No touch.
No,
As
they didn't touch there, but they got very, very close.
too close to comfort, in my opinion. But looks like Michael has unfortunately got a bit compromised in the middle sector. He's dropping back just to Dean, still hoping that Dean might be vulnerable here. Is he still vulnerable? No. He's a
It's a good
few
run.
spots away. He's got a good run. He's got a good run. And Jackson's just letting him by. They don't want. He doesn't want to get involved in their action.
Oh, there's a
Very.
slow car. I think
Oh, who's that? Oh,
that's Nicholas Scaife. This is going to compromise both Dean
dude!
and Michael's line. So they
What are
get
you?
really close again. And the
What was
other
he?
thing as well is there's only 2 minutes left in this first race. So if Michael's going to make the move and win this race, he needs to make it now as he makes a big move down the inside.
Oh,
Dean
close,
McCulloch,
but
closes the
not.
door there. And they're actually both catching up to Andrew Hobby here. So we could have a three-way fight for the lead on the last lap as Michael Yip just goes
Oh, he
wide there.
understeers. He had a bit of understeer. He has lost a lot of time, however, but that time has caused Andrew to be caught up with the power for the almost equally aligned to each other. So we have to be at least two to go, coming up towards the line here. Maybe more, depending on how much time we have left. But this is going to shape up to be a fairly decent three-way battle. Whoa! Again, Michael pokes the nose of the number 8 machine. He knows that he has the pace. He knows he's been held up. He posted the fastest time a few laps ago, but he's now 5 compared to a 58.1 and a 58.2 by Dean and Andrew respectively. So the time is surely running out for Michael to try and get this pass done. He almost did it there. He does not do it. So if it needs to
Coming up
just
to more
needs to
lap traffic
get that.
ahead.
Oh, yeah, traffic's going to play an issue if they're not careful enough. But looks like traffic has indeed moved out of the way, so it's really
Interesting
good
how
of them.
Michael had a very late apex for turn 12 there. He goes down the inside. He's got a little bit of overlap, but
Oh,
he's going to have to back out of it. And I think there was a little bit of contact that time. Just the
yeah.
tiniest amount. So the car just stopped there on the track. Ben Edwards just stopped lane leads. Oh, there's
Oh,
contact!
God,
Michael,
they can't.
yep, into Tim McCulloch. And that is the end of the P2 battle. I mean,
This was chasing up team.
it was almost always going to happen.
It was gonna happen. He knew he was being held up. He knew that he needed to get that pass done, but that is not the way you should have done it. Hit the back of the car, and looks like Dean has. Dean's only dropped the spot, but he is well out of the podium battle. With we should be getting one to go on the line now. Yep, this will be our final lap. So Michael needs to try and concentrate here, but he may come under scrutiny from race control for that.
And Andrew Hobby does have Marlon Fraser and P11 in front of him. Marlon might be a little bit hesitant to let Andrew by, as he's still technically on the lead lap and will go a lap down on the final lap. It's Andrew Hobby if he lets him past. Michael, yep, looks like he's going to have to sell P2 in this race after a really good charge through the field. But yeah, just as soon as he got to the back of Dean McCulloch, he just stopped. But yeah, but it's going to be looks like it's going to be Andrew Hobby that's going to come across the line to win the first race of the Club Day Masters here at Tsukuba. Really good drive, just did everything he needed to do, no mistakes, and that's a textbook win right there.
Yes, certainly. Absolute finish. A light stuff flag finish. Kept out of drama, kept out of traffic, and that's what you need to finish in position number 1. A few cars still yet to race, come across the line, and then we will show you the results. A few cars. Yep. So your results. Your results currently on the unofficial pending a protest Hobby is your race leader, lights the flag victory. Michael Yip has a huge question mark above his head. He is currently in position number 2. Dean McCallick is in position number 3. Luke Bergens, Aaron Oliver, and Matthew Cartelloni is positions 4, 5, and 6. Jeffrey Wang, Jordan Deckard, Sam Lehman, and George Gutierrez rounds out the 10.
Yeah, so quite a hectic race there, Isaac. We knew that there was going to be, quite a few guys, just lacking that confidence, as we saw in practice, and we just knew that something was going to happen. But in those first 7, 8 laps, especially, just everything happened. But yeah, Andrew Hobby just drove away from all the chaos and carnage, and got a really good and pretty convincing win in the first race.
Yes, certainly. Kept out of drama, kept out of, kept out of, well, everything that was happening, and that's what he did to make the first race. Well, yeah, first race was as heck, but we cannot wait to see how race 2 is going to hold out.
And the beauty with race two is that it is a reverse grid race. So yeah, that's going to throw a completely different spanner in the works, especially for Andrew Hobby because he didn't really have to overtake anyone in that race tonight apart from lap traffic. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he approaches race two tonight. Just trying to get but essentially just trying to make his way through and try and replicate what he did so perfectly in that first race.
Yeah, yeah, certainly. Race 2 is going to be fairly interesting, but the big talking point we got from that race is that incident between Michael Yip and Dean McCallick. How how this may flow on post race, we don't know at the moment. But
Yeah.
as far as we know, there is a protest that will be brung out, and we'll be getting the outcome of the protest as soon as we get it. So please stay with us, guys. We will be giving you guys the official results very shortly. So hopefully we get to see a couple of guys come up and go in
Yeah,
for
we're just waiting
interviews.
for a few of the drivers to see if they come in the green room. Um, we see Andrew Hobby in there. So Isaac, if you want to bring Andrew Hobby up, we can talk to our race one winner.
Yep. See if we can try and get Andrew up. Doesn't seem I can do it for some reason. All right. Andrew, congratulations on your P1 win. How's it feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. Really new to the Porsche, but it's absolutely fantastic to drive. Yeah, it's really smooth. It seems like we've got a lot of great drivers in this league as well. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the racing.
Yeah, certainly. You've kept yourself out of trouble that happened in the first few races. What was your thoughts going through when you saw the drama behind you?
Well, eyes forward. That's the first thing. But yeah, I think that's the key with this sim racing is to keep it clean and in the opening laps. That puts you in good stead for the rest of the race.
Yeah, certainly. You were it was shaping up to be a very decent battle between yourself, Michael Yip, and Dean McCallick. And all of a sudden, Yip accidentally spun around McCallick, and yeah, it was shaping up to be a very decent battle to the end.
Yeah, I saw there was a pink car right in my mirror for a lot of the race, and then all of a sudden he was gone.
Yeah,
That's a bit disappointing, but that's racing, I guess.
yeah, true. Got any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Rouse Motors. He's my engine builder for my real world XL. Flight Centre, they help me out in the XLs in this as well. Circuit XL South Australia. Karma with Simon Wills. Mish's XL Garage as well. Big shout out to those guys. Yeah.
Sweet. Sweet as. Thank you so much for joining us in the comms booth, Andrew, and good luck for race 2.
No worries. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
So, so we're gonna try and see if we can get Ivan up here. Doesn't look like he's moved up just yet. But that was Andrew Hobby. I did not know that he raced in the Circuit XL series.
Yeah. But yeah, you've got to really hold it to Andrew Hobby. He had a fantastic, performance in that first race. Basically, as I said, when he crossed the line, that was a textbook win there. Just did everything he needed to do and nothing more. He wasn't, really flamboyant or anything. He didn't really take any unnecessary risks. He just, you know, you know, did what he needed to do basically to get that race win.
Yes, sir. Yes, certainly. No doubt about that. It doesn't look like Ivan's gonna jump up to the broadcasting booth just yet. Try and
Yeah.
see if we can get contact with him.
So
So
yeah. It'll be interesting to talk to him because he really was in the wars, and yeah, you definitely have a different view of how that race panned compared to Andrew Hobby.
yeah, certainly. Is it? It just wasn't his race. And speaking of whom, we've got Ivan now. Ivan, how you going?
Ivan, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. Looks like we've got a bit of technical issues with Ivan there, so we'll bear with him. Bear with him for just a sec. Try and get. All right. So while we wait for the second server to come up, we'll be back right after this. That was race 1. Andrew Hobby was a race winner. We'll be back right after this. Woo!
Hmm.
Yeah, he's on the green route now. I'm gonna refill my water bottle. But I'll be back.
Yeah.
Hey,
And we're just getting a bit of breaking news. The position number 2 that was given by Michael Yip is under investigation, and it's looking more than likely that he will have to give up that P2 to the third guy behind, which was Dean McCallick. A bit of late breaking news as we are now coming into race number 2. And Josh, unfortunately, I think we saw that one coming.
Yeah, we did, Isaac. Hello everyone. Yeah, honestly, he did need to make a move, but yeah, that was just the completely wrong way to go about it. He had no overlap heading into the second hairpin at turn 5, and he just dived into a gap that was always going to disappear. Yeah, really it's really disappointing for Dean McCulloch because he was having a really good race, really good pace, and yeah, it's unfortunate, and I was really enjoying that battle, and I'm sure everyone at home was enjoying it too. But yeah, it's just it was just a bit of a lazy move, really. It was just too desperate and in the wrong place. Um, it was looking like if the move was going to be done cleanly, it was going to be done at turn 1. That's where Michael Yip has been strongest all race long in race 1, and yeah, he just decided to make an unnecessary move there. So yeah, it's disappointing, but yeah, we're only a couple of minutes away from the start of race 2.
So while we wait for the race to start, let's thank the sponsors that bring this series on, and the biggest one being Digital Marketing Tribe. They are the leading digital marketing agency as they specialize in Facebook commercials, chatbots, Google Ads, and SEOs. The company founded loves motorsports and been on iRacing since December of last year. That's Ivan. Also, I'd make a big thank you to Virtual Motorsport Mentor, which has been very helpful in making these setups work, as well as making setups for our fellow series, the Jinx Starter 2 series. They've had a recent name change, so we'll be looking forward to the next round, which will be tomorrow at the Autodromo NZD Dinner. Also, big thanks to Dripping Paint Graphics, one of Australia's leading iRacing graphics companies, making beautiful liveries as you see them on track now. Yeah. Also, big thank you to Track Graphics Gourmet. You might have heard of his name, Istanbello. He has made many track cameras for iRacing. Some of them do look fairly beautiful. Like some of them are even like through fans' perspective, which makes makes it a little bit more real. That is for being a simulator that is of iRacing. So, and they also come in packs which involve certain cars, certain tracks, which can be used for either an iRacing presentation or a broadcast race like we are now. We've got 30 seconds left in this practice session. Second race will involve competition caution, so this will spice up the field just a bit as we see, yeah, that same problem of the cars having that pendulum effect. The cars,
Yeah. Also, a very interesting note that it's much later in the day for this second race. It's just about 5:30, and the track's 22 degrees in track temp, so it's definitely cooler. So we could actually see a little bit more incidents in this race with the cooler track.
yeah, and being a reverse grid race, it's gonna cause a bit of more carnage as the grid comes up now.
So we've got Lee Harrington on pole position with Ben Edwards alongside. Cesar Mendita in third place with Nicholas Scaife, who had a very eventful race one in fourth. Even Santiago, who had a terrible, very, war-ridden race alongside Hayden Jackson, who starts in sixth. We've got Brady Buchanan in seventh with Matthew Go in P8. Anthony DiMarino in ninth with Malcolm Fraser, running up top 10. George Gutierrez in 11th.
Oh,
And we are
and
underway.
it looks like it's got a little bit slow, but again, all the cars looking absolute. Oh, that's going to go in turn one.
Yeah.
Some cars are going three
There's
wide.
4 wide there.
Oh,
There's a
another car
spin.
around. Number 20. Oh, keeps it correct.
And
And
there's
oh,
more
more
chaos
more
everywhere.
cars.
There's
3,
6,
4,
7 cars involved
4
there.
in the,
Sam
4 in the
Lehman,
wall.
Matthew Go, Bradley Buchanan, Anthony DiMarino is involved in well as well. So there's 4
Andrew
cars there
Hobby.
straight away. And
Andrew
I
Hobby's
think
in
that
the
Steve
wall.
Michalik has just spun by himself at turn 6. So
Oh,
we see more cars all over the shop. There's more cars getting collected.
one car going backwards. That's Jody Deckard. I mean, Jordy Deckard. Come on. Down
So
the head
yeah,
in.
yeah.
This
So
could,
yeah, this would be perfect right now for a safety car to come out. Safety car's still staying in the pit lane right now, but Ben Edwards leading after the first lap with, I think that's Hayden Jackson right behind him. Has a look, and Ben Edwards goes off the track there. So Hayden Jackson now in the lead of this race with Malcolm Fraser, who started in 10th place, now finds himself in P2 after only 1 lap completed, but then makes a mistake.
Oh,
his second hairpin, and Ben Edwards right alongside him.
That,
man.
Yeah, he had to yield. He had to yield. There was no way. No, it was Marlon Fraser that had to yield. Oh, a bit of a dive there in the background. Who was that? That's Matthew Cartelloni on George Gutierrez. And it looks like they're all line of stern at the moment. Flash of the headlights by Gutierrez saying, "Hey, I need to get by." You probably did it with a little bit of gusto, but looks of things.
Yeah, looks like Ben Edwards right now is a little bit unstable here, so expect a move from Malcolm Fraser really soon, and there's a real train leading up Marlon Fraser behind him. There's a real train forming of about 6 or 7 cars. This is the beauty of reverse grid racing. When it's really hard to pass around a circuit. It's a big long train that forms, and we see some daring overtakes. We see one from the 81, the Matthew Cartelloni there.
But
and,
he's vulnerable
Gutierrez
from
still
Gutierrez.
flashing the lights. He really wants to get through
He's
here.
got,
he's going for the dive,
no!
and there's contact.
No!
And they redress, but there's still more contact. There's still
Michael hit the contact. And he's on his roof. Marlon Fraser is on his roof. Hanging upside down like a turtle.
Surely
this has to be the perfect opportunity to call the pace card. Right now, Marlon Fraser is on his side, hanging there like a turtle, and he's just escaped back to the pits. Oh, we got a car doing donuts up the front there. That is Matthew Cartelloni. But it's now sporting a new front end damage from the incident involving George Gutierrez. But Hayden Jackson off for a decent lead at 3.7 seconds and rising as we speak. As I see Matthew Go understeer into the tyre barrier. No Vincent Van Gogh paintings here.
So yeah, definitely looks like it's a much more single file calmer affair in the second race today, as we see Andrew Hobby get spun around by Nicholas Scaife there. Nicholas Scaife getting in the back of him, not really coming out of the throttle there, so race control might have a look at that.
Stephen Mendieta, he just gone a little bit wide there at the second to last corner, but it seems a little bit more tailored than it was last race. But Hayden Jackson, and I'm gonna give it a shameless plug. He lives not far from where I am. Local boy from the New South Wales Hunter Valley. He's just blitzing it away. 4.6 seconds between himself and second place, that is, of Ben Edwards. Oh, and then we're just been told over the intercoms that
There's
not
contact between Luke
again.
Bergens and Ben Edwards there. They
Oh,
were running second and
oh, Michael
third, and
Yip
Michael
around.
Yip has been
Michael Yip.
involved in that. So it's
Oh, we're
all
about
gone down south at the last hairpin at turn 10.
the commentary curse strikes. We were about to say how good of a pass that was, but all of this to come undone. Oh, he's just
Oh,
about to
there's
spin
more
another car.
contact with Luke
Oh,
Bergens again into Jeffrey Wayne this
Jeffrey
time.
Wayne. Oh, the gloves, the elbows have come out, guys. Come on, just just release the red mist a bit, guys. We don't really need this.
No.
Yeah, with through the fire and flames, Hayden Jackson is literally skipping away from the rest of the pack. He's got a look at this. He's almost got a 5-second lead over Lee Harrison. So he was able to avoid all the drama, all the catastrophe that was happening behind him, and he's literally just darting away with it. Like, yeah, and his fastest lap was a 58.5. His last lap though was a 59.1.
Yeah,
So
but the big thing about Hayden Jackson right now is he's doing really consistent lap times, and he's just really nailing all his braking markers and turning points. He's not really making any mistakes. He's not pushing too hard. He's just doing everything he needs to do. But I think on that last lap, Lee Harrison, who is running second place right now, did a lap that was 9/10 of a second faster than Hayden Jackson on that last lap. So maybe
yeah,
Lee Harrison is starting to come into the fray here. Maybe he's starting to pick up the pace.
yeah, his last lap was a 58.2, which looking on my timing screen, that is nine tenths. And there we go. The
caution is out. Caution is out.
The caution is out, and the pace car comes out right in front of Hayden Jackson. And that's possibly one of the most perfect of timings. So the safety car will compress the field. That lead that Hayden had reduces to nothing. So,
Of lap 8. So we're about 8 minutes in to this race right now. So about just under 12 minutes remaining. So this will be a sprint to the finish, and this is going to give a few guys who were caught up in the opening laps, chaos and calamity. It will give them a second chance to make their way through the field and to get some really good championship points this evening.
yes, certainly. Getting a few cars catching up to the field there. A lot of cars wearing battle scars at this moment. A few of them not wearing battle scars, looking absolutely pristine, like it just rolled off the truck. Right here at Tsukuba Circuit.
Some of the real movers and shakers in those first 7 laps. Luke Bergens, even though he was involved in the wars a little bit in the opening laps, he's made his way from 17th place all the way up into the position 4. Jeffrey Wayne, he started 14th. He currently finds himself in 3rd place. Dean McCulloch, even though he got spun around early on, started 18th. Currently finds himself in 8th place. Hard luck story for Ben Edwards, who was running in 2nd place. Who was in 2nd place at the start of the race, finds himself down in 11th. Nicholas Scaife, has had another really tough race start. P4 is now down all the way to 16th place. So, even in the opening laps, there have been quite a few overtakes made, and quite a few guys, who've got quite a few hard luck stories.
Yes, certainly. Have we seen Marlon Fraser has just been given the wave around, so he should be getting his lap back. As we saw not long ago, we saw Michael Yip just pull into the pits and get some service.
And the lights are out on the pace car, so we will be going back to green flag racing this time around to start lap 10. And there's going to be just around about 9 minutes remaining of race 2 tonight when we get the green flag. So it will be about a 10-lap sprint home. So yeah, expect some fireworks from the restart here.
Yeah, certainly. There's going to be a few people who will unfortunately be a little bit worse out when the safety car pulls into lane. Aiden Jackson will have control of the field. He's checking up a bit of the field here a bit. Some drivers still weaving around, waiting for the pace car to pull in now. Does he do it? Yes, he does. So Hayden now has control of the field. Bit of a checkup from behind, but here we go. Comp caution, ready and round to go. Over and done with. Let's see how Hayden goes. Green flag is out. And
Really
Hayden,
bad restart there from Jeffrey Wayne. Luke Bergens has made a move straight away. He's going very
oh,
aggressive there. Almost tried to dive the two leaders, but thought better of it. As we make our way through turn 1 for the first time. Looks like everyone actually got through cleanly there. Don't see anyone. I think something might have happened to Marlon Fraser and Nicholas Scope. They were a lap down. So, there's a spin. Car
no.
17. Michael Yelp's involved, and there's a car on its side again. Aaron Oliver was involved in that. Matthew Go on his side. Yeah, he's going to have to reset and get back to pit lane there. So more drama.
Oh, Hayden Jackson around. Hayden Jackson's in the wall.
Hayden Jackson in the wall. We've got Sam Liebman off. We've got Ben Edwards. We've got Ivan Vantiago off again. There's more contact there with Michael
Hayden did it
Ben
by
Edwards.
Himself. Hayden did it by himself. No.
That's a real shame for
Brady
Hayden Jackson.
Cannon around.
Hayden Jackson coming in the pit lane now, and he will get some repairs, but that's a real shame for him. He was doing so well in this race as Lee Harrison
this is
in the lead, and there's more. There's actually going on the front of the field.
Pass done. Luke Bergens. Bergens now has the lead of the race. That was a fantastic pass there from the number 5. Lee just thought better of it. He knows that he's probably not going to get the spot. He doesn't want to battle it and just let Luke by. And already the gap has extended out to over 7/10 of a second. Coming down towards the back straight. Looks like he's vulnerable to give up position number 2 as well between him and Jeffrey Wayne. But behind him, it's George Gutierrez. Lee's wide.
Yeah, big moment for Lee. He got a bit sideways there. That's Jeffrey Wayne in the wall.
No, he didn't hit the ball.
Saved it.
It was
really
so close.
Jeffrey Wayne.
So lucky, but he gives up the spot to George Gutierrez. But Gutierrez seems to have a much better run. 2 wide down the back there. That's between Matthew Cartoloni and who's the 170? I can't really see. 179, that's Dean McCallick in the pink 718 GT4 Club Sport.
Yeah, Dean's doing a really good job. He was in P8 at the restart. Now he's made his way to P6 and possibly could get P5 here off Joe DeKurt. So, yeah, Dean McCallick might come back and get another podium here in the second race.
Yeah, definitely. And the gap for the lead has extended out tenfolds to just over a second, maybe more. Luke
Harrison again, very bad line through turn 12. He just can't seem to make it work for him at the moment. And he's still under pressure from, I think that's George Gutierrez.
Yeah,
George Gutierrez has made his way up to P3. And he's, probably just sizing up Lee Harrison right now. The sun is starting to come down as we've got just about 5.5 minutes left in this race.
Yeah, certainly. He got P3 over after Jeffrey had that little moment coming into the front straightaway. So, and looks like he's starting to make Lee look a little bit vulnerable at the moment. Coming up
Lee needs to now turn 12 here. Let's see if he does.
It's
a little bit better that time, actually.
Much better. keeps his car on the apex.
Oh, he's very wide,
Oh.
though. Almost in the grass there. Kicked up a little bit of dirt on the exit. He's
Does
still
it?
maintaining P2 at the moment, so...
Yeah. Looks like that didn't affect his performance that much. So it looks like he's just maintaining that.
Oh, he's got
no!
loose. He made a mistake. He's in the wall. Real big shame for Lee Harrison there.
No.
Got in the grass, and
Huge
then
hit.
there was no saving it from that point.
No.
Skipped across the tiny little gravel trap there and just straight into the tire wall. A big hit there, and he's lost his rear wing. He's got damage to the left-hand side of his car, and
What
yeah,
a
that's
shame.
a real shame for Lee Harrison.
What a shame. These things with the cars, their ABS and traction control settings are set to 1, and looks like the brakes just got a little bit chirpy coming into the hairpin, and he was just a passenger. There was nothing he can do. So, and George he's got the headlights flashing again. He's going for that lead, but that lead may not be coming anytime soon. He's got a 2.1 second gap over Luke Burgeons, who at the moment has pretty much taken the bag and running with it. But guess what's in front? Lap traffic. Who's that lap traffic?
We've been talking about it all night. They have lap traffic has been pretty well behaved tonight. Yeah, there have been a few instances where the lap traffic have been a bit awkward in terms of getting passed by the leaders tonight. So there was a little bit of a weird moment there with Matthew Go getting out of the way of Luke Burgons there. There's contact in front of them. Anthony Di Marino and Nicholas Scaife colliding there at turn 12. Thankfully, the leaders go through there, but yeah, more bad luck for those guys.
The rear wing being
we see George Gutierrez a bit under attack from Matthew Go there. I think Gutierrez made a mistake in the final corner there.
So we've been hearing reports that someone has plowed into Nick Scaife. I think that was the Anthony DeMuro was the one that plowed into Nick Scaife trying to get into the pits. So what?
Yeah, so there may be some post-race investigation and penalties drawn out there, which is unfortunate to see as someone lap car just went straight off the track. And I think that was Cesar Mendita. Just got a little bit, spooked by the leaders coming up behind, and just, went straight into the fence, and that's more damage for the 13.
Yeah, his boot was flapping around, so he's going straight to the pits. I think they do have a fast repair in tow with him, so they can go in, use the fast repair. Oh no, Matthew Go in the wall! But he was lap traffic there. He was doing pretty well. He might have just lost it there and fortunately hit the wall. But the gap now between P1 and 2 have stabilized at 2 seconds.
Yeah, Luke Burgons and George Gutierrez right now, they're doing very similar lap times. They're both doing 57-second lap times. So, yeah, Gutierrez almost needs Luke Burgons to make a mistake within the next 2 minutes. Otherwise, Luke Burgons, we're just ticking over to minute 19 now, so it will be 2 laps to go this time around. And all Luke needs to do is, just keep the car clean and just hit his braking points. And he's got race 2 in the bag here tonight.
Yeah, certainly. And George trying to give Luke a bit of the hey, I'm here moment by flashing
and
the
there's
headlight.
An overtake for P3 as Jody DeKirk goes down the inside of Jeffrey Wayne there, turn 1. And Jody DeKirk has got P3 now.
Yeah, and there was no switchback. So that is position done and dusted for P3. For the time being, we don't know how it's going to cope out for this one, but keep a close eye on how it's all going at the moment. But the looks of things, Jeffrey Wang is fallen behind. I think his tires might have been shot as we come across the final corner to, I believe, start we'll be starting the final lap of proceedings.
we're getting reports that the white flag hasn't been flown just yet, so gonna get
Yeah,
so
yeah.
looks like we're gonna get 2 laps. Gonna get one more lap after this one, we believe. But yeah, still the gap is 1.8 seconds between Luke Bergens and George Gutierrez at the moment. Um,
See how it goes coming towards the hairpin down the back straight away. If we do get the last lap, but we haven't got the white flag yet, so this could be. No, there we go. This
yeah,
is
we've
the
got
white flag around the final corner.
checkered flag now, and Luke Bergens is going to come across the line and take race 2 victory here tonight. George Gutierrez, a good job in second place, and Joey DeKurt gives a flash of the lights to take P3.
Yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant by all those involved. I mean, I think we've got a couple of more cars coming around. I think I just heard a bit of a bang. Or is that just my ears deceiving me as more cars come across the line? Sam Lehman comes across in P7. Brady Buchanan has just finished. We've got a few more cars left to go, and they're all smashing around because they know that this race is finally over. And, oh, we got a cut. We got a wheel loose. This is not really good. More cars in the wall, but end of race, end of race celebrations. Let's get the results, and it's Luke Bergens who went up 16 spots to get the race win. George Gutierrez in P2, Geordie Deckard in P3, followed on by Jeffrey Wayne, Matthew Cartelloni, Dean McCallick, Sam Lehman, Brady Buchanan, Aaron Oliver, and Ivan Santiago rounds out the 10. Ben Edwards in P11, followed on by Hayden Jackson, a case of what could have been in P12. Andrew Hobby in P13, Marlon Fraser in P14, Matthew Go P15, Cesar Menieta P16, Lee Harrison in P17. We're coming into the non-finishers. Anthony Di Mauro in P18, Nick Scaife in P19, Michael Yip in P20, and the non-starter was Tim Rouse.
So yeah, much cleaner race that time around for race 2 there, which is a bit abnormal for reverse good race, Isaac. Yeah, just full hats off to Luke Bergens. He really had to fight for that one. He really had to come through the field. It wasn't as straightforward as Andrew Hobby's win in race 1, but at the end of the day, he kept his cool and got the job done.
Yeah, certainly. And you can't really, for some people, you can't really win it with a few laps to go, like what happened with the likes of Hayden Jackson. He had the lead for a couple of laps, but unfortunately lost it all by himself, and unfortunately has hit the wall coming. I think it was coming into the second to last corner. So we'll try and get the top 3 into the comms box. Get a bit of a chat on what the race has happened. So we have Geordie Deckard in position number 3. Geordie, congratulations on the bomb stop at the podium.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It was a good race.
Yeah, it definitely was. Bit of
Sorry, mate. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. Sorry.
All
Yeah,
good.
no, it was a tough race. It was first race was a bit all over the spot, but it was good. Just trying to keep out of all the carnage, but it was good fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Hello, Geordie. Congratulations on P3 there. Josh Carwarden from Simshed Broadcasting, mate. We saw quite a few cars all over the place tonight, especially in that first race. Yeah, mate. Congratulations on getting P3 there. You made quite a few really good moves, most notably on Jeffrey Wayne, just down the inside at turn 1. I just want to get your thoughts on what the track conditions were like tonight. Just in terms of compared to from race 1 to race 2.
Yeah, I found the track was actually a bit faster in the second race, but it's kind of a bit of a tight and short track where you kind of just whatever opportunity you can to pass someone, you need to do it. But it was yeah, it was just trying to keep out of carnage was probably the hardest thing. It was just there was cars going everywhere, but yeah, I found the track was good fun. It was tight racing, and yeah, I'm keen for the next one.
I think we all are. You got any sponsors to give a shout out to?
Just my bank account really for
Yeah.
for funding my sim racing really, but nah, I got nothing. I'm only new to this, a few weeks into it, so I'm still learning everything. But yeah, I'm having some good fun with it, and meeting some good people.
Yeah, iRacing is very fun.
It's awesome.
All right, thank you very much,
Thanks, guys.
and hope to speak to you again. So that was Geordie Deckett in position number 3. Let's get P2 up now.
So,
George,
but we might mix it up and might do like some of the short tracks on them.
George, uh, you there, George?
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations on P2, mate. Well done.
Oh, cheers. Cheers. That was all right. I just yeah, I'm surprised, man. Trust me, I'm surprised.
Yeah, bit of a little bit of was that action in the first half of the race, but after a while, it all seemed to have calmed down.
Yeah,
To
look, you got to give the benefit to the doubt in everyone. It's a fucking hard track to pass.
True.
So, yeah, but I think we did surprisingly good, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm very very stunned that the races were able to be clean.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, you got to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. We put this series together, I guess. I guess I mean, me and you've only been working over it the last couple of weeks, but I guess everyone sort of jumped on the last couple of days, and we did. I think we did pretty good. There's a couple of people that unfortunately missed out, but they'll be there for round 2, and yeah, we'll give it another crack. So I look forward to Phillip Island.
Yeah, sweet. Got any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
At the moment, no, actually. I'm my own sponsor, so I fund myself at the moment. But I guess old sponsors we can thank. So my main sponsor from last year in the 286 series, Plus IT, telecommunication company from Ballarat, Scousy Wines, Dan's Gym. Who else? All Type Paints and Digital Marketing Tribe. Those guys were on board the whole way last year, so I guess really I got to thank them.
Yes, sweet as, and hope to see you. Actually, hope to see you out on track.
No worries, mate. Thank you.
TA6s. Good luck.
Cheers.
So that was George Gutierrez in P2. Now we have our race winner, Luke Bergens. Luke, congratulations on the win.
Thanks, mate.
It was shaping up to be a pretty decent battle between yourself and Hayden Jackson, but unfortunately, Hayden did it all by himself at the hairpin. What did you think when that happened?
Yeah, it was looking like it was going to be a good battle between him and I think it was Lee Harrison as well, and yeah, just unfortunately turned around. It was shaping up to be a good battle.
Yeah, it was. It was shaping up to be a very decent battle, but there was a bit of action behind. But you managed to keep out of most of the drama, which was enough to give you that race win.
Yeah, that's for sure. There was plenty of drama in both races, but yeah, just had to try to keep clean, get out of the way, and go from there, which worked out in the end.
Sweet. You got any plans up for the next round?
Yeah, I'll give next round a crack. Yeah, should be
Sweet.
good. Sounds like a good little series. It's only probably just going to take off even more, get more people involved, so it should be good.
Definitely will. You got any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, I'd just like to thank Mum and Dad for taking me to the track today.
It's like that's the most common of Common of compliments. Common of outs. But congrats on your win, Luke, and I hope to see you next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Now let's get our organizer for the series, Ivan Santiago. Ivan, you there?
Hi, how you going, guys?
Good, good. Looks like you kept yourself out of trouble this time.
Well, by the end. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, good, good.
Yeah, so basically, well, by the end of it, I had no car left. But look, it's a great series. We definitely we definitely.
I think we might have
Yeah.
lost Ivan there. He's having a bit of comm issues there. I do apologise for that.
So hope to try and get him back somehow. So that will be us for tonight. I want to thank Josh for being my wingman for tonight.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, Isaac. Yeah, we saw some really good racing, and yeah, I don't step into the commentary box that often, but yeah, tonight, it was an absolute treat.
Well, it looks like we're trying to get Ivan back up. See if this works. Ivan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Fantastic.
Got yourself out of trouble this time around.
Yeah, look, it was definitely better than last time.
Yeah, we're still having problems with Ivan there. But yeah, that will be us for tonight. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Thank you very much, Josh, for being the wingman. And next round this series will be at Phillip Island on Monday. The next broadcast is the Jinx Starter 2 series, which will be at the circuit, the Autodromo Enzo Dino Ferrari in Imola. Very technical track, and we cannot wait to see how our V8 guys will tackle this one. So, on behalf of myself, Isaac Edwards, and Josh Carroll Walden, JP Courier in the seat, we thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.